everyone, welcome back to Anime Club on SourceFedNERD. You know the whole shebang. We watch the first few episodes of a series, give you our first impressions, we try really hard not to spoil it. I'm Reina Scully.
And I'm William Haynes.
And this week we watched Gintama, which is my favorite comedy anime of all time. Did you enjoy it?
I definitely enjoy it,
Yay.
because I like hashtag jokes.
Yeah.
I love jokes. There's plenty of jokes.
Lots of jokes.
There's jokes for days.
Actually, I was gonna ask how the humor of it really came across, because I watch it in Japanese, and that's like just the first and foremost how it kind of comes through to me. And it's hilarious in Japanese because they use puns. There's a style of comedy that they use that I'm gonna go into in a little bit. But I was wondering if it like translated well.
Yeah,
like, was it funny? Like,
yeah.
was it like that type of humor?
I think there were some jokes of things written down that I didn't get because
Mm-hmm.
I can't read in Japan. I'm illiterate in Japan.
That makes sense.
But the stuff that they said in the subtitles was funnies.
Yeah.
It was
Okay, good.
actually some serious funnies.
That makes
I
me
like
really
the
happy.
jokes.
That makes me super happy because, like I said, I wasn't sure. There are so many puns in it. It's a very like pun, very specific type of humor that goes on there, very language based. So, like even one of the funniest things is how each character speaks. Like they have their own like bizarre way of speaking. Their lingo is kind of like bizarre and funny.
I think it's like that in all animes.
It
all
is.
the characters always have different ways they speak.
Yeah, that
and
is
things that they say.
That's definitely true. That's definitely true. But in this one, like Kagura, for example, like she has like a little like twiddle type of thing that she says at the end, and it can only exist in Japanese because the language is very like syncopated. It has kind of like a syllabic thing going on, and it would never translate normally. Like you just have to translate what she's saying. So I was wondering if that worked out, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. That makes me super happy.
I enjoyed it. I like that Zoro from One Piece is in it.
Yes! The voice actor from Zoro, he plays Hijikata, which is amazing. Hijikata is a part of Shinsengumi. They're kind of like the police force of this weird time frame.
Very well-dressed police. One of my favorite parts in the episode is where they have a raid, and Zoro guy, he says,
Hijikata, yeah.
He says, "This is a raid," and then they raid.
Yeah,
That's hilarious. That's something I would do if I was a police officer. I'm arresting you now. Well, I think you actually have to do that. I'm raiding now. Since when do police officers raid in the first place?
Well, they do in the show. I mean, they're not really police officers. They're kind of like civil, I don't know, authority
Vigilantes?
people.
Kind
of. No, they're definitely appointed specifically, but yeah, no, they're good
government.
people.
They're
well, okay,
government.
they're not like great people or anything. There's definitely some like a divide.
Yeah,
between
I'm pretty
him
sure
and
a police
Gintoki.
officer tried to shoot another police officer, which is highly illegalized.
Let's talk a little bit about the title. Gintama actually means, literally translated, it means silver soul, but there is even like a funny twist to the name itself. Anything with the word tama generally means something like bulbous, and there is kind of, it alludes to it being like balls, like huevos.
Oh.
Yeah, like silver balls. Like that's kind of what it's alluding to, which is what's supposed to be funny.
I see.
And yeah, like tamago is egg in Japanese, you know, something that's bulbous, huevos, right? That's why like Tamagotchi, you know, is what it is. So yeah, it's kind of like a play on words, but that's the humor that I was concerned about, whether it would get like translated correctly.
I had no idea. I think they said something about that, but
In like the first two episodes?
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I don't know what they mean,
Yeah.
but okay.
In the first two episodes, they break the fourth wall. They break the fourth wall often, but I like how they do that because it's very much like, we're already in the middle of the series, but we're going to tell you what's happening. And then they're going to backtrack and explain a lot of stuff.
Find it
like
weird.
how they meet.
I always find it weird when in anime they say the word anime, and they said anime a lot in this show.
Yeah, they're like, in this anime, they really break the fourth wall. It's very much a presentation for the first 2 or 3 episodes, and then it really goes into like, okay, how did they meet? What's actually beginning? So let's talk a little bit about the characters. Sakata Gintoki is the main character. He's the one with the blue curly hair, and in the first episode they explain that his characteristic is his curly hair, because it's very bizarre in Japan to have curly hair, right? Naturally curly hair. And he has like a sweet tooth and stuff like that.
He has high blood sugar.
High blood sugar because he has a sweet tooth. Yeah. I think he's hilarious because he's kind of the straight man, but he's not. You know what I mean? Like, he brings in really interesting points. He has like really good like morals and ethics and stuff, but he's kind of like, I don't know, loopy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I digs him. Actually, while we're talking about characters, I think my other favorite part about the show is how every character gets an introduction.
Yes. Fourth wall breakage.
That.
Yes.
I want my own introduction.
Like William Haynes, the
genius,
man
billionaire, playboy philanthropist. Reina Scully knows a couple things. Just a couple.
The humor I was talking about earlier, in Japan, there's actually like a comedy culture to them, and they utilize this concept called boke and tsukomi, and it is like alive throughout the whole series. Boke is kind of like an oblivious man, or like someone that's kind of dumb, basically a wild card. And then tsukomi is the straight man that kind of points out the obvious funny things like, that's obviously BS, like that kind of level. And that is a very, very specific like stand-up comedy style that Japan uses, and it just goes on throughout the whole series. Usually Kagura, the girl, and Gintoki, the girl?
This means girl.
This means girl. Kagura and Gintoki are definitely the wild cards, and Shinpachi, the guy with the glasses, you know, the like apprentice samurai guy, he is definitely the straight man. And actually, I think in the 3rd episode they even say stuff like, "No, Kagura, if you leave," or like, "If Shinpachi isn't here, there's no straight man, and this show would never go on." Yeah. And they continue to break the 4th wall like that. I really like the setting of Gintama because it's really bizarre.
Yeah, by the way, how are they in the past, in the present, in the future?
I know. It's supposed to be an alternate reality future, I guess, where it's like, we're in the Edo period of Japan, but they got invaded by aliens called Amanto, and that's how Japan developed as such. That's why it's like alternate future reality.
Okay, I'll accept it. I'll accept
it. I know, it's anime.
People always think that aliens are gonna just like destroy everything. What if they're just like, we'll live there too?
That's kind of what happened. It definitely is an invasion. Like, they overthrow governments and whatnot, and in Japan, like, it's supposed to be that they overtook the whole world, but they specifically focus on Japan. The land of samurais, they call it, or was the land of samurais that they call it. But they don't destroy anything. They just kind of want, you know, the humans to behave a certain way. So they do live with them. The aliens, by the way, is super weird. Have you seen any of them yet?
Yeah, I've seen some aliens, yeah.
Some of them have like dog heads. Some of them look human. Some of them just look like, you know, tentacle beasts, which makes a lot of sense.
What's up with tentacles?
We love tentacles, don't we?
I don't know about them tentacles.
I don't either. I mean,
can we talk about my favorite character, Cutie McCuterson?
He almost didn't let it go, okay?
I do.
So Will.
It's just so adorable. I love big animals that you can ride.
Yes. You are
just
petting it so
I'm
hard.
sorry. He likes it.
So hard.
I don't even know what his name is. Tell me what his name
Sadaharu.
is. Sadaharu.
It's a funny name even in Japanese because it's like a super traditional Edo Japanese name. Like, nobody names their dog Sadaharu.
I would.
Yeah. Even as a
I'll call him Sparky though.
No!
So me and Sparky, no? That's how you say Sadaharu in English.
Okay, I gotcha.
He's my
subtitles.
He would be my good friend, and I'd ride him to all my jobs.
Actually, the Odd Jobs is really what the main focus of the story is. They're perpetually poor. The 3 main characters, Gintoki, Kagura, and Shinpachi, and Sadaharu, are destined to be poor. That's
Forever.
That's kind of the running joke. That's how they get into the problems that they get into. They run an Odd Jobs company? Store? I don't know, whatever. They barely ever get any clients. So they're in the first episode, they're like super surprised that a client comes in.
Another client.
I think it's really funny that they decided to take such a real concept, like, we're perpetually poor. And that's why we have all these weird adventures, because we're trying to find a way to make money, but we can't.
Go to college.
Don't go to college. Don't say that. My favorite character, I mentioned this already, is Kagura, because she is so funny. She talks like a dude. Yeah, you don't get that sense in the translations and stuff, but she talks like a dude. She has a weird thing. Yeah, well, yeah, she's a part of an assassin clan. She has superhuman strength, so I like that about her. She's also one of those like overeater characters, so I really enjoy that too.
Always the overeaters.
Yeah, they're the most powerful ones, the overeaters.
I don't know why
they
she
need a lot of energy.
I don't know why she doesn't want to wear her glasses. People who wear glasses are better looking, I think, kind of.
Oh, no, that's the girl that's in love with Gintoki. I'm talking about the girl that's clad in red, the little girl with the hair, the Chun-Li hair.
Girl.
Yeah. Kagura is my favorite. We even talked about her last week because her voice actor is Kugimi Arie, who also does the voice of Happy. We talked about that on Fairy Tale last week. But I love her. Her voice is so interesting and funny, and like I said, she talks like a dude. I really enjoy that.
See, yeah, I didn't get that at all.
Yeah. I wish there was some way to portray that. Like in Japanese, there's such a specific way. like there's a specific speech pattern you should follow if you're a girl, if you're a guy. It's not supposed to be sexist. It's kind of just like almost like a regal thing. Like it would be nice if you spoke like a lady kind of thing. But she definitely speaks like a dude. I love it. She's fun. And it's definitely adds to her like kind of wild card humor. So I think she's a really well developed character. That's all we have for you this week on Gintama. Next week we're gonna be watching Say I Love You, which is a romantic, it's not a comedy, it's just a romance drama. I know, no, it's really sweet.
You never
it's
know.
Super duper sweet. You might love it, man.
This could be like Nagi no Asuka.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to watch this, but I can't stop watching it.
I want you to be more like, I wasn't sure if I'm gonna enjoy it, but I really want to watch it now.
We'll find out.
That'd be a lot more wholesome.
Is it okay? I'll find out. Okay, we'll see it.
Yes. So if you guys want to watch Say I Love You with us, hop on over to crunchyroll.com/SFNerd to get your free premium membership trial. Then you can take a video of yourself with the hashtag SFNLove and come back again next week like these cool friends.
I couldn't get into it. If you like funny anime, check it out. I apparently don't. The music is kind of old school, slapsticky. It definitely, I guess, added to the how funny the show is supposed to be. So yeah, bye.
I enjoyed it. I'm not really a huge fan of comedies, especially not comedies like this. But I mean, the writing was fantastic, the seiyus are great, their comedic timing is perfection. I do like the characters, I do like the anime as a whole, but it's just not the type of thing that I enjoy on a regular basis. I'd have to be in a certain type of mood to watch it.
We're gonna ride him.
Okay. Yeah, because he's supposed to be big.
So I'm gonna get
You're gonna get on the top?
I'm gonna get on first.
How is this gonna work, buddy?
Now you get him too. This grow.
Go!
Go, Sparky.
This is great.
Go, Sparky.
He's just humping my left leg.
I'm sorry.